Drake when he heard J. Cole on Red Leather.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
So Metro Boomin and Future just dropped another collaborative album, We Still Don't Trust You. I listened to the whole thing. It is dope. I actually like this one. Production wise, I like this one better than We Don't Trust You. I think the production was a lot more thought out. It sounded way better than We Don't Trust You, and it was just nice to listen to. I had several tracks on the album that I enjoyed the most. I haven't listened to the second part though, because there's two sides to this album. So there's disc 1, disc 2, and I liked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of the 18 on the first track. So it's dope. It sounded good. If y'all haven't listened to it yet, definitely go and check it out. Let me know in the comments and in the chat if you've listened to it yet. But of course, with everything that went on with the We Don't Trust You album, Kendrick dropped his verse on that first one. We've got some more drama on this one. And the reason being is because not only did a couple artists go at Drake on this album, allegedly, but J. Cole is on the album too, which is like, this guy, J. Cole is just making crazy moves. Now, obviously, we don't know when J. Cole's verse was recorded. We don't know when they agreed to release the album, but obviously it's not a great look, especially considering that he did first person shooter with Drake, seemingly sided with Drake. Then he just recently, in the last couple of days, issued an apology after he dropped a diss track to Kendrick Lamar on Might Delete Later. So I don't know what's going on in hip hop right now. The entire hip hop world is turned upside down, but it's looking like it's going to be Drake versus the world. It's Drake versus the world right now, Drake versus the hip hop world. And it seemingly started a little while ago when people were questioning where his place was in hip hop. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. Let's check out this article by Complex. They do a great job of summarizing everything that went down with the album and also how people are reacting to J. Cole's feature on this album as well. So the title of the article is J. Cole makes a surprise appearance on Future and Metro Boomin's Red Leather, and fans can't believe it. I was not expecting it either. It's safe to say fans were not expecting to hear J. Cole on Future and Metro Boomin's We Still Don't Trust You, but here we are. What a time to be alive. That's so funny. I said the same thing. I like what they did there. Pun intended. Anyway, Cole comes in at the end of disc 1, contributing a memorable verse to Red Leather that opens with him being impressed by Future's 20 girlfriends, which I thought was weird. From there, Cole dabbles in a lifestyle of sin before he ultimately lets his willpower still steer him elsewhere. Yeah, the lyrics to this one are weird. We're going to read the lyrics here in a second. For fans looking for more from Cole on matters of the Kendrick Lamar and like that variety, it's very unlikely this verse boasts an actual subliminals in that direction, which because I think it was recorded before all of this went down. Either way, in fact, one could argue that this is potentially an older verse from Cole and could even be one that far precedes the events of the past few weeks. Yeah, and I haven't read this article yet, so I'm trying not to. I apologize if I'm saying some things and they say it in the article. Still, the timing is noteworthy, if not peculiar. Cole essentially bowed out of the brief back and forth when he expressed regret over his own 7-minute drill earlier this month, which I think was the weakest move in hip hop history. Absolutely weak. And there are some people who agree. There are some people who say it's honorable. I think it's weak. And in the spirit of competition is the lamest move he could have made, way lamer than the apology. And lest we forget, Cole's first person shooter collaborator and recent tour partner Drake is also caught up in all of this. Though the Summer Games sequel denier hasn't yet taken to wax himself. Oh my gosh. Let's see. But that's not to say that Cole isn't in a reflective state of mind on Red Leather. Deeper into his verse, he raps confidently about his own legacy while reminding listeners that his energy was never on some toughest ninja shh. That's
Stop the cap.
We're gonna read the lyrics in a minute. I don't see how he could say that on this verse. We're gonna check out the lyrics and break it down a little bit more, but it doesn't make sense to me because for years he's been saying, I'm the best, I'm the man. Then he issues an apology. Then he says, I'm not out here on some, I'm the best, I'm the toughest. I don't get it, man. And they quote some of the lyrics here, which we'll get into. Expectedly, Cole's surprise appearance on We Don't Trust You sequel proved to be a shock for listeners as the album hit streamers overnight. Get a look at how the world handled it below, and it was not good. This person says, you can tell these MFers don't know how making music works. They say Cole switched sides like he recorded this ish yesterday. I agree with that 100%. I wouldn't look too much into it. Who is advising Cole right now? Oh man, seriously? Even after, which yes, was the verse old? Yes, did he agree for it to be released? True. It depends on the agreement they had, because could Cole have made a phone call and said, hey, I don't want y'all to release it. Can you hold it and put it on the deluxe version or something? And Metro Boomin's like, nah. Sorry. Is this maybe one of the reasons why Cole apologized? We don't know. I mean, there's so many things going on behind the scene. Of course, Team Dreamville, they have been caping this entire time. And just, obviously they're going to back up Cole, but some of their tweets have just been annoying. Team Dreamville said, this album has been submitted for a while, so don't believe he's acknowledging anything recent on this verse. Man, shut up. God. J. Cole spoke about being in the studio with Metro Boomin in his vlog, so we knew they've gotten some work. They've gotten some work in. Yeah, whatever, Dreamville. Not listening to y'all. Super biased. Drake, when he heard J. Cole on Red Leather.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Yo, Drake, I'm gonna tell y'all, Drake is winning right now. It doesn't look like it, but I'm gonna tell y'all why in a second. This is such a great move for Drake. And I'm gonna explain a little bit more and why that is here in a second. And they're saying, here's another one that says Drake finding out Cole is on Red Leather. The internet's amazing.
Oh my God!
SK says, J. Cole, what's going on, bro? Imagine getting dissed, responding with the diss, apologizing for the diss you made, then making a song with the people who let someone diss you. Cole's legacy is in tatters. Laughing my you know what off. Yeah, so anyway, Cole right now it looks like he is just, again, the middleman in all of this. He's taking shots from everywhere. But we can't completely take away his accountability, because he did drop a song on Might Delete Later going directly at Kendrick Lamar. So J. Cole, man, in this whole situation, he is the biggest loser in my opinion. I don't know if he's just trying to speed up his retirement or what, but J. Cole at the end of all of this is not going to look good. I mean, he will by his fans, obviously, but with the rest of hip hop, it's crazy. Let's go ahead and get into the lyrics here real quick. And then once we read the lyrics, I'm going to let y'all know why I think J. Cole or Drake is winning in this situation, because I mean, they're making him out to be a villain and everybody's going at Drake right now. So these are the lyrics to Red Leather. We're going to scroll down. Future had the first like 2/3 of the song, which it was a long song. I think it was like 4 minutes. Nah, it was longer than that. 6 minutes and 54 seconds. Good Lord. So Future had 2/3 of the song, and then Cole comes in with verse 2. Here we go. Pluto, which is interesting. I know we're just on the first line. Pluto got 20 girlfriends. Damn. I'm doing it wrong. Do y'all remember when the last time J. Cole mentioned Pluto? Does anybody remember in the comments and in the chat? If you don't, I'm going to remind you. It was very, very recent. And where he mentioned Pluto was on his most recent drop. Might delete later. Crocodile Tears. Y'all remember we reviewed this in the last video. And if you go and you look through the lyrics, what did J. Cole say? Let me find it. Verse 2, Crocodile Tears. Yes, sir. It's me, not 2, not 3. The Uno. GOAT. I need my fee. F kudos. Here we go. G4 at least. These flights ain't cheap, as you know. They sounded faded. They downgraded. They Pluto. What is going on, man? I'm bigger than Mars. This ninja a star. I'm Bruno. I'm the one they call when they want a song to a funeral. I don't get this guy. I don't get this guy, man. So anyway, just a quick reminder. I think it's hilarious how in Crocodile Tears, he's mentioning Pluto, but then are you gonna say on this verse when you're referring to him as Pluto, that's not what you meant in Crocodile Tears? Come on, man. This is crazy. Pluto got 20 girlfriends. Damn, I'm doing it wrong. Cut off all my hoes. Now I'm only putting you in the song. Day one, shawty been with me from the playground. Hey now, baby, that's the reason I was playing around. Running like a chicken with his head cut off through the streets where the freaks love the red leather. On my shoulder blades in my older age. All right, here we go. So he goes through a couple other things. These aren't important. He's just big up in Future, which again is weird. I don't get it, man. Anyway, here we go. He says my story's more clever, my simile's way better, my energy was never on some toughest ninja shit. I was just a conscious rapper that would F a ninja bish. I don't understand this dude, J. Cole, man. I don't get him. It doesn't make any sense. Even if this verse was recorded several months ago, like they said, and then he drops might delete later, and now he's apologizing for all of it. It still doesn't make sense. So is J. Cole gonna come out and issue another apology? Oh, I was in a different place when I recorded this track. Y'all know I just apologized to Kendrick. Bro, this is crazy. I was just a ninja from the rougher premises. Kept my nose out the streets, but I love to get a whiff of the action. With risk comes attraction. The blicks get to blasting. I turn into a track star. What are all the hoes? What the F you think I rap for? What? I don't know what's going on with this dude, man. This whole situation doesn't make any sense. And then he mentions Ruby Rose, which was super random. He said, but it's hard when you with your dogs at the freak show. Think I could bag Ruby Rose with a keystroke. What? Yeah, someone needs to check on J. Cole. I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe again, this verse was recorded at a time to where he was just working through some things, and now he's all of a sudden enlightened. He's trying to make peace with everybody. I'm not seeing it. I don't get it. But I do want to tell y'all why I think Drake is going to win in this situation. There are so many factors. If you even look through history, especially if we're talking about hip hop being a sport and this back and forth being sport like, if you look at the Michael Jordans, if you look at the Kobe Bryants, if you look at even Michael Jackson and Prince at times, they all were met with adversity. And even if there was real adversity or not, some of the greats had something that was pushing them. And now I like Drake. I like his music. I'm not going to say I'm a Drake fan. I think I'm a fan of more of his business acumen and the way he thinks and the way he moves when it comes to his branding than him a fan of his actual music. But it's looking like Drake is going to come out and win in this situation for so many reasons, because now he's going to be made to be the villain. It's Drake against the world. Everybody's against Drake. We're going to talk in a minute about two other artists that went at him, The Weeknd, A$AP Rocky. I mean, it's just so much is going on, and Drake is going to have even more ammo to go up against Kendrick, because we know he's going to respond. The Weeknd, I mean, we're not really worried about The Weeknd or A$AP Rocky, honestly, but we'll read what they said here in a minute. He's going to have a lot of ammo going into this, and I think people are going to support and give Drake props for going up when everybody turned against him, when everybody went against him. Kendrick's dissing him, J. Cole turned on him. Drake is becoming the villain, and I think this is just going to motivate him even more, especially seeing what he's done in the past when people tried to bring him down, when they brought up secrets. He stood tall, he addressed it, kept it moving, and he won and got even better in the end. And those other people that brought up accusations against him, some of the things were true, some of the things were not true. We're not even talking about him anymore. Even J. Cole said the only reason we're talking about Kendrick is because he's talking about Drake. Someone said in the chat, where's Pusha T? Let's talk about Pusha T. Also, speaking of that whole Pusha T situation, I don't know if they're talking about Drake's baby mama, but Future does mention how he was messing with the girl before someone did. So that might be another shot at Drake. I don't know. But either way, man, Drake is going to have so much ammo. I just think of the storylines he can go with. This dude, I thought he was on my side. He's a snake. He turned against me. This other guy, I was giving him his props. I wanted to keep it cool, but now we've got to go to war. These other guys, I don't care what y'all are doing. You weren't even relevant until you started addressing me. The only reason you're doing numbers and your biggest song is because you're attacking me. I make y'all relevant. Drake is going, I'm telling y'all, this is a great thing for Drake. J. Cole I think he helped out Drake and Kendrick, but mostly Drake, because going into this, Drake is going to unload. He has to. And I mean, if you look at his history, you look how he's responded to these things in the past, we know something is getting ready. So someone mentioned to me or was messaging me asking me if I thought Drake was going to drop last night. It's like, no, I don't see it happening. If you think Drake's going to drop, it's probably going to be pushed off until a later date. We know he's working on some things. So I'll be interested to see how he responds, because there's a lot of ammo he's got now. Speaking of, The Weeknd and A$AP Rocky go at Drake allegedly on Metro Boomin's album he did with Future. We Still Don't Trust You. Check it out. We're going to read this article by Hip Hop DX because they explain what's going on, what lyrics were allegedly directed at Drake, and why they were directed at Drake too. There's a little bit of a background story for y'all between Drake and The Weeknd. So if you don't know about it, listen up. We're going to tell you what's going on. All right. Drake has been hit with more shots on Future and Metro Boomin's new album, We Still Don't Trust You, with A$AP Rocky and The Weeknd appearing to take aim at the Canadian hitmaker. After Future and most notably Kendrick Lamar dissed Drizzy 3 weeks ago on We Don't Trust You, the follow-up appears to be just as loaded. On Show of Hands, Rocky seemingly raps about having a relationship with Drake's baby mama, Sophie, I don't know how to say her last name, before she welcomed their son Adonis. Ninjas swear their bitch is the baddest. I just banged the worst one. Ninjas in their feelings over women. What you hurt or something. I smashed before you birthed your son. God. Flacco hit it first, son. I don't think this is anything new, because wasn't she a wasn't she a former adult film star? So I mean, that's old news, and nobody's checking for ASAP Rocky anyway. I mean, let's be honest. So I don't think this is really big news, but it's interesting nonetheless. He also appears to throw shade at Drake's For All the Dogs LP. Still don't trust you. It was always us, never them. Heard you dropped your latest ish. Funny how it just came and went. That's not true either.
Stop the cap.
Drake has seemingly been baited. All right, I got this, y'all. Drake has seemingly been baiting the Harlem rapper in recent months over his relationship with Rihanna, who Drizzy was once rumored to have a fling with. On the For All the Dogs track, Another Late Night, he rapped, I ain't pretty Flocko, bish. That ish get really rocky. He said, damn, what? Dirty how I did him in the rave. Oh man. Nah, I don't think Drake's mad. I think he's just fine. Rocky later responded via guest verse on Kid Cudi's Wow, where he said, these ninjas can't stomach me. Gotta get a handshake. Or gotta get a mandrake. The Weeknd, who features several times across We Still Don't Trust You, also appears to vent some anger towards his former friend on the song All To Myself. Now, this one's the most interesting. He sings, these ninjas always yapping. Yeah, I promise that I got your back. Oh, look at how we moving, baby. And he's singing this the whole time too, which was hilarious to me. Anyway, they can never diss my brothers, baby. When they got leaks in their operation, he's referring to Drake. So apparently Drake has leaks in this operation. I don't know how. I think maybe he's talking about that viral video Drake had several months ago. And I'll leave it at that. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, go research at your own risk. I thank God that I never signed my life away. And we never do the big talk. They shoot us making TikToks, got us laughing in the Lambo. Now, Drake did offer, or OVO gave The Weeknd an opportunity to sign. So I think a lot of people are speculating that this is what The Weeknd is saying, that thank God he never signed to OVO. But I mean, that hasn't been verified. I'm sure he was offered a lot of record deals. So it could be OVO, it could not be. And Hip Hop DX even says it here. It says the lyrics appear to relate to Drake's failed attempts to sign The Weeknd on his OVO sound label early in his career, when the two collaborated often. All right. He also seems to take a shot at Baka Not Nice, which I don't think anybody cares about or knows about, who signed to OVO Sound and is active on TikTok, which why wouldn't you be active on TikTok as an artist? Often assuming the role of Drake's guard dog, Baka was previously arrested for human trafficking. All right. Drake has yet to respond to yet more shots being aimed in his direction, but there is speculation he has a nuclear diss track locked and loaded, aimed at longtime rival Kendrick Lamar, in particular, featuring Metro Boomin's We Still Don't Trust You, which also features J. Cole, Lil Baby, Chris Brown, and Ty Dolla $ign, can be streamed in full here. All right, so let me know what y'all think in the chat. How is Drake gonna respond to all of this? Do you think he's gonna respond? There's still some people out there who are saying Drake's not gonna respond. To me, there is no way Drake passes up on this opportunity to prove even more that he's at the top of his game. So let me know what y'all think. I'm looking forward to seeing how Drake responds. This is about to get crazy.